why do I meditate, how I've found meditation good for me, and also why is it called meditation practice? Why is it called meditation practice? And this is the key focus for the next talk. Stay tuned. Hi guys, Calvin again. So I wanted to talk about how I've used meditation in my life, what benefits I've seen from it so far, and also why we call it practice. And that's a key thing I want to discuss. So first of all, how did I come across meditation? Well, I was raised in a metaphysical environment, so I was basically born into an environment of meditation. Now, meditating as a child, I have to say, was I'd say I didn't realize the benefits of meditation consciously until much later in my life, when I encountered my own challenges, my own difficulties. Doesn't mean I didn't benefit from them passively, of course. I didn't benefit from the meditative experience as a passive or vicarious experience through the environment of group meditation. But and then I started using meditation much more, and I started to realize the benefits of it. For me, meditation has helped to still the mind, to access greater levels of awareness, to think much more clearly, to sleep better, to feel healthier in my body, to be more intuitive. These are some of the benefits I've realized from meditation over the years. But what I want to say is, you can do meditation in whatever way you choose, but I see it as a tool that is really, really helpful for life. And that's where the practice bit comes in. So just 3 quick things I want to address before we talk about the practice. Those 3 things are going to be how you can embed a meditation practice really simply in your life. So the first thing is, find a place to meditate that is the same place every day. That's really helpful for embedding a meditation practice in your life. So wherever that place might be in your house, if you've created a space where you can sit or lie down, then use that space all the time. Now, this is just to get into the habit of it. As your meditation practice develops and you strengthen the habit of it, you'll take it with you wherever you go. It's a tool that goes with you wherever. You'll be able to meditate anywhere. But at the beginning, you just want the same habitual routine. Why is that? Well, first of all, it takes a lot of will to start anything new, particularly something that requires a bit of discipline. So the willpower, which by the way is a hugely important part of living, is not something I want us to rely on right at the beginning when we're embedding meditation practice. I want us to move it from the will, which requires a lot of energy, into the habit, which doesn't require as much energy. When something is habitual, then it moves into our autonomous part of our living or our brain or whatever. I'm not a neuroscientist, but what I do know is that when something is a habit, then it's much easier to execute with much less resistance. And that's because we're not requiring the will to overcome the barrier. So we want to move it from will, from constantly saying, oh, I really need to do this, to it just happens because we've been doing it already habitually. So after that's the first thing. The first thing is to find the space, okay? To find the space. The second thing is to do it every day. If you do it every day for the same reasons, we're moving it from the will into the habit. The third thing is, let the thoughts come and go. Whatever comes when you're meditating, it's fine. Relinquish any desire to realize a blissful state. Relinquish any desire to come away feeling like you're floating on the clouds. I think this is one of the things people go into meditation expecting and then become bitterly disappointed when it's not realized. So find a space to use that you can use every day at the beginning. Do it every day and relinquish any desires to realize a particular outcome. Just let whatever come, and let it go as it comes. Whether it's a bad feeling or great feeling, doesn't really matter. There are lots more tips, tools, techniques all over the internet about mindfulness meditation, which focuses on the breath and the body. I have a number of resources you can use if you join up my mailing list, or if you look on my other videos on YouTube, there'll be some there as well, and other parts of the internet. But the key thing is just those basic steps will be helpful to embedding this meditation practice, and you can find a lot more information about how you can be guided through the meditation and other things that are helpful. So I want to move on now to the practice, the element of practice. Why is it called practice? Okay, so of course when we practice something, we're doing it all the time, aren't we? We're doing it all the time and it becomes habitual. But I want to look at this in a very particular way. Why do sports professionals practice? Why does Michael Jordan, the best basketball player of all time, in my opinion, just my opinion, okay. Why does Lewis Hamilton practice his race car driving? Why do the best tennis players practice so religiously? Well, you know, my son does gymnastics. He's always at practice. Why? It is because they take their art form into the real competitive environment. So when they're actually playing the game, they are well equipped and they perform as best as they can. So I want us to see meditation then as not something we do and forget, but I want us to see it as a practice, and the reason why we're calling it a practice is so that we can take the benefits of the practice into the game we call life. We're taking the benefits of the practice into the game that we call life. And this is what some of the teachers have been teaching us over the years, mastering the art of living. Now I know that sounds like some Eastern philosophical sort of title, because Lao Tzu, one of my favorite authors who I cite from a lot, talks about that, but just other more common Western documents like the Bible, or we know a lot of the other spiritual teachers, the Buddha, Jesus Christ, you know, a lot of these teachers have been talking about the art of living in different ways for a couple of millennia. So the point here then is to embed a meditation practice that is habitual, but know that it is a practice so that once they're imbued with all of the mindful attitudes that we discussed in my video on helpful attitudinal foundations, and if you haven't watched that, please go and watch that video. And when we bring the qualities of patience, when we bring the qualities of non-judgment, non-striving, letting go to our meditative practice, then we are enhancing our quality that we can then bring into the game of life. And that is the key thing. So when we're next at those traffic lights and somebody is annoying us, or we go into work and we have a difficult situation with our boss or our colleagues, or whatever the situation is, we're cultivating a mindful practice which the meditation experience helps us to bring in to the game of life. See you next time, and remember to stay tuned, sign up, watch my videos, and please do share if you found it helpful. Speak again soon. Bye for now.